to the Charbon Report. I'm Michael A. Charbon. Today's title, Abortion. A pill to swallow the GOP in 2024. You know, in the next 18 months, hundreds of millions of dollars will be spent making promises, accusations, and solutions, all to acquire your American vote. One divisive issue that transcends established political lines, that is a woman's right to choose, abortion. Today, America struggles to put food on the table. Record credit card balances, skyrocketing carrying and interest rates, a dismal economy threatening a recession, and more U.S. banks faltering are the realistic issues at hand. But there is no greater destructive political image than a gray-haired Republican lawmaker shaking his finger while removing women's right to choose. Can you imagine crowds of 20-year-old women's rights activists and gray-haired professionals and grandmothers? Yeah, grandmothers who already had this fight 20 years ago? In American households, political differences come to a full stop at the dining room table and the bedroom, I might add, with the suggestion of denying a woman her right to choose. If a vote hinges on freedom of choice, Republicans can kiss a red wave goodbye in 2024. The religious right does not command the majority in this fight. 61% of Americans, 6 in 10, think abortion should be legal in most cases. Why then would Republicans exhume this contentious debate? I mean, it's a mammoth political distraction from Biden's dismal economic performances. I mean, Democrats will exploit and propel this singular issue. They're going to appeal to moderates and wavering Republicans to vote Democrat on this one singular issue. This defining point will awaken the kraken of women's rights and, of course, religious groups. Those two, they're going to have a virulent cage match. It's going to be distracting from the real perilous issues that should be discussed in this election. 50 years ago, in 1973, the Supreme Court already granted women the right to have an abortion in Roe v. Wade. Abortion clinics at that time became targets for demonstrations and fires and explosions and shootings, taking the violence to the streets and in the faces of America on television every night. In 2020, Pew Research, they reported over 930,000 abortions in the U.S. More than half, 57% of the women, they were in their 20s. 86% were unmarried, 39% were black, 33% were white, and 2% were Hispanic. The Department of Justice, they reported in 2020 over 319,000 rapes in the U.S. And those are only the ones that were reported. It's a disgusting fact. But in 2000, the FDA approved a medical solution, a 2-pill medical abortion pill. It was called RU486 or mifepristone, 97% effective for an abortion up to 10 weeks. That took the divisive public eyesore and the battle off the streets. It made it accessible, relatively anonymous, online, by mail, even via telemedicine. It eliminated the barriers and the embarrassment of having to go to a physical clinic. In 2020, 54%, that's just under 500,000, 500,000 abortions in the U.S. were non-surgical. It was out of sight. But for some Republicans, it sure as heck wasn't out of mind. You remember that old adage, let sleeping dogs lie because if you wake it up, heaven forbid? Well, in June 2022, 50 years after the 1973 decision, the GOP-controlled Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, denying women the right to abortions, and thrusted that decision to the states. Currently, 24 states have either banned or are likely to ban abortion on ideologically polarized political battle lines, where 80% of Democrats and 38% of Republicans support abortion. Then for no reason at all, a 2023 Texas Republican judge shoots the party in the foot. He decides that the FDA approval of the abortion pill in 2023 years ago should be suspended, just like that. Of note, globally in 2022, the abortion pill was successfully used all over the world 73 million times. Of women seeking an abortion, 58% had never had one before. And in 93% of the time, abortions happen well before 13 weeks. So, currently, A temporary high court has a stay against the abortion pill, and it's still available. Now, I'm not discounting deep religious and moral beliefs of so many of you in God. I believe in God. Profoundly personal religious convictions are important, and they have to have the right to express them to a woman burdened by her choice. But regardless of political and religious beliefs, the ultimate line in the sand comes down to a woman's control of her own body, to decide what's best for her. I control what happens to my body. You're not going to tell me. Not you, not me, no court, no law, no government, and no religion has the right to lecture to a woman as to what she can or cannot do to her body. Can you imagine forcing a woman to bear a child from rape, or incest, or danger of a medical complication? I mean, it's just wrong for so many Americans from so many perspectives. So, what's the logical, quiet, private solution? How do you fix this quietly and let it go away? It's to allow the abortion pill for those who request it. Clearly, this is a dangerous subject, but Republicans must focus on the dismal economic issues of the Biden administration and not inflame voters on abortion and women's rights to choose. It's a losing effort, and if they want to win in 2024, I'm telling you, it's dangerous. Anyways, please share, like, and subscribe, and leave a comment below, I can just imagine. You can go to thecharbonreport.com for more episodes, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Michael A. Charbon. God bless, and stay safe.